What is going on, everyone? Well, actually, I do know what's going on. Wow. My last video really stirred up some people, it seems. I've gotten comments about their negative gatekeeping experiences, saying some unpleasant things about Lost Ark, and even someone claiming they were watching my video while downloading Lost Ark and then stopped. Come back! Hold on! In this video, I want to bring everything back in a positive light. I will be sharing what I would do differently if I were a new player. And a quick note, these are things that are still applicable to current new players. So I'm not going to say, buy all the fish and blue crystals, hee hee hee. But anyway, with that being said, let's get it started. So, story time. Back in my day, when Lost Ark was just a teeny tiny baby, and so were we had no idea what anything was. We were like sheep waiting for a shepherd. Here, see, I got some visuals for you guys today. We were waiting for a shepherd that would lead us to the promised land. And that shepherd were the Koreans. They have had the game for 2 years-ish before the global version was released, so they had a bit of a head start. So the little lambs we saw the Koreans as our heroes of Arkesia. Everything they said was law, and one of the laws was to create many alts. You see, back in their old day, they didn't have a limit on gold earning characters. We have 6 right now. So you see, a bunch of those Korean sweat lords. So you're probably wondering why this picture exists. Here's the Korean sweat lord running 18 different characters times 3 equals 54 raids a week. Don't get me started on the Chaos Dungeons and Guardian raids that they're doing on all their characters too. Now, as it turns out, Global isn't as tolerant to the Korean MMO tactics as the Koreans are. So very few people in Global dared to copy it. However, the idea of alts was still attractive, and so there, we were told to create many alts because more alts equals more raids equals more gold. Unfortunately, this turned out to be a very bad idea. With gatekeeping and inflation, we had a huge bot problem. The goal to hone your alts and gear them with proper accessories and books and gems were not a worthy investment. I remember buying Striker Deathblow books for 14,000 gold each, for a total of 280,000 gold. Back then, and even now, that is a lot of gold to spend on an alt, and that was just for engravings. Don't get me started on my relic accessories. RIP. This entire lore was told to basically say, take it slow, and don't be pressured into creating alts without proper setup, especially with introduction to the Super Makoko Express passes and the Road to Thamines, Road to Path of Soul Eater, those things. I would personally make sure my main had all the investment, and then slowly roll out on alts using the mentioned passes that AGS gives us. The second thing I would do is to stop playing emotionally. Now, what does this mean? Sometimes you could get frustrated at the game in life. You're only human. However, if you let those emotions affect your actions, then there are consequences. And boy, were there some expensive consequences for me. Rage honing. Don't do this. The golden rule is when one of your materials turns red, meaning it ran out, then that is the end of your honing session. You have run out of bound materials. I remember getting so tilted by my luck that I would just waste hundreds of thousands of gold buying tradable mats in the auction house to hone more. And then I would get mad because I wasted all my gold. See the cycle? Same thing goes for something like quality taps. Oh my goodness. What a waste. Look at how many free quality tap materials they give us nowadays. I wasted hundreds of thousands of gold trying to get minimum purple on all my gear. It's not worth it. Blue is okay. And the third and final thing I would have done is to make more friends and get a solid static group. Now, I do play with a tight group of friends, but it's just 3 of us. For 4-man raids, we have barely any issues finding the last one, but for 8-man raids, we have to deal with pugs, and most of the time, it's not a great experience. Throughout my Lost Ark journey, there has been so much drama that has happened, and falling outs and stuff like that, and it's some spicy stuff. But you know what? If you do want to hear some about this drama that I've had in Lost Ark regarding my guilds and different people, subscribe and I'll think about it. Press that button, please. Anyways, this is in fact an MMO, and while solo raids are being introduced, this game is much more fun while playing with other people. It helps a lot with gatekeeping issues, as well as just knowing each other's strength and weaknesses for raids in advance. So these are the 3 main things I would do differently if I were a new player again in Lost Ark. It has been an amazing experience so far, and I can't wait to continue this journey, as well as share it with you all now as well. I thank you all for the support on this channel. It really feels great reading your comments and concerns about the game. I spent a lot of time being a meta chaser and cruel fighter MVP DPS goblin, but I believe my next calling is to help others, the new players, the returning players, the current players, and create a stronger Lost Ark community. But don't worry, DPS videos will still come, just not as frequently. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to this channel. I'll be seeing y'all in the next video. Goodbye.